Welcome back. The Akhilesh Yadav government is trying its best to shield the Samajwadi Party MLA Irfan Solanki, who's been accused of allegedly thrashing the junior doctors, or at least ordering the thrashing in Uttar Pradesh. Now NewsX has accessed a video that has Solanki hurling the choicest expletives at Akhilesh Yadav and his entire Yadav clan. Moreover, there is proof that exposes how Irfan Solanki was trying to grab land in Kanpur. The Samajwadi Party MLA from Shishamau has been a source of constant trouble for the government and the Yadav clan in UP. First, he was involved in thrashing junior doctors. Despite mounting pressure, Akhilesh Yadav has been mum on his MLA Solanki, who was trying to capture land by force and was not allowed to do so by the Yadav community. Here is how Irfan Solanki responded.
यही यादव समाज 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 यही यादव समाज.
Irfan Solanki there. We had to bleep some words out for obvious reasons, not fit for being broadcast on national television. Abusing the Yadav community in Uttar Pradesh. Remember, he is a Samajwadi Party MLA. And it's interesting to note that the Akhilesh Yadav government, nor Akhilesh Yadav or Mulayam Singh Yadav or any of the Yadav clan members have responded yet. Reports suggesting that Irfan Solanki, Haji Irfan Solanki as he calls himself, was trying to grab land illegally by force, and the members of the Yadav community stopped him. And in turn, Irfan Solanki hurling the choicest abuses on the entire Yadav community, which of course we had to bleep out. This is not the first time Irfan Solanki has been involved in incidents like this. The Shishamau MLA has a checkered past. Among other things, Solanki has also been convicted of insulting the national flag. But what is really amusing is the silence of Akhilesh Yadav. Why is Akhilesh not acting on a man who has not even spared the very community that Akhilesh so vehemently belongs to? Big questions being asked of Akhilesh Yadav at this point. Pratyush Dubey on the phone line right now for more on this. Pratyush, Irfan Solanki, this is not the first time he in fact has been a constant source of trouble for the Yadav community and the Uttar Pradesh government. This time perhaps stepping over the line, going a bit too far. Akhilesh Yadav might be silent now, but how long will that continue?
Well, that's a big question. Remember, what we're really putting out is how how brazen he's been about his land grab, how brazen he's been about his activities, which clearly fly in face of all sorts of propriety. We're going to try and get you some reactions, Asar, from the Samajwadi Party, because I believe everybody needs to know what really the party has to say about Irfan Solanki. Irfan Solanki, remember, the prominent face of the Samajwadi Party. Irfan Solanki has, of course, even in the in the past, tried and riled a lot of people. But no action. And this is not the first time. Akhilesh government, Akhilesh's administration, Uttar Pradesh is known for protecting his men. But in face of such evidence, in face of such obvious evidence, action needs to be demanded against him. Also remember, he's the same person who's accused of, perhaps forcing the moment to a crisis when it came to the strike by his men. But in face of such evidence, in face of such obvious evidence, action needs to be demanded against him. Also remember, he's the same person who's accused of, perhaps forcing the moment to a crisis when it came to the strike by the medicos in the state of Uttar Pradesh. He's the same person who ordered action against these striking doctors who are not goons really, but who are doctors who are working medical professionals. Nothing really coming out of anything of this, Arthur. We of course going to try and get you some more reactions from what the Samajwadi Party has to say.
All right, Pratyush, let's listen into one more time what Irfan Solanki had to say about the Yadav community. We of course had to bleep some words out, but take a look anyway.
यही यादव समाज यही यादव समाज यही यादव समाज यही यादव समाज यही यादव समाज.
There you go. Choicest abuses being hurled by Irfan Solanki on his own party and the Yadav community. Pratyush Dubey still with us. Pratyush, as you mentioned before, this is not the only time Irfan Solanki has been a source of constant pain, for public pain for the Yadav clan in Uttar Pradesh. He's the same MLA who ordered the beating of junior doctors striking, and that snowballed into a major issue. And of course, we carried that story as well. it's interesting to see why Akhilesh Yadav is not responding. Anytime anything happens, he's the first to come out and support his MLAs, his cadre. But this time around, because he's abusing the Yadav community, perhaps even Akhilesh is powerless.
You know, it beggars belief that Akhilesh Yadav, as the Chief Minister of the state, is really powerless to act against his own man. But you know, Arthur, from the face of things, that as they stand, that is what really is coming out. But it also reflects the way the administration really condones such kind of actions. Because if there's absolutely no denouncement of such behavior by a very senior face of the Samajwadi Party, this is perhaps a silent acceptance. He's condoning the actions by Irfan Solanki. Remember, Irfan Solanki is who's a minister really, who's an MLA at this stage. He's not only come into controversy now. He has a history behind him. He's been accused of land grab at various charges. He's been accused at many other things. But even despite a litany of crimes, nothing really coming off from Irfan Solanki. No action really by Akhilesh Yadav.
All right, Pratyush Dubey, many thanks for those details in the story. This is a developing story. We'll keep a close eye on this one.